I know you're tired, I know you're broken, and it feels like you can't take anymore, that you have come to the end of yourself. But all of this means one thing in this very moment: you still have your calling. The reason why you go back to sleep is because you've always gone back to sleep. It's like a default. All you got to do is stop going to sleep, and then you going to stop going to sleep. All you got to do is stop fussing and cussing, and you going to stop fussing and cussing. No, what you don't want to do is the grind, but you're up. It's going to be a dogfight. And so if you're ready to quit, then don't get started. If you're ready to quit, don't get started. The only way I lose is if I quit. But if you're willing to say, I'm not going to quit, I guarantee you, whatever success you want to have, you're going to have it. Sometimes you don't want to go to the gym. Of course no, but I go because I have a compromise with myself. The most important thing is to have a routine. Consistency, not obsession. See, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to climb mountains. Everybody wants to be praised and celebrated, but nobody wants to sacrifice. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to let go of every single distraction. Here is my question: can you learn how to say no to what's hurting you? No to what's stopping you? No to what's hindering you? No to the people that don't believe in you? Sometimes you got to change the place where you are. Sometimes you got to change the people that you're hanging around. Sometimes you've got to decide, I need some relationships that will uplift me. I need some relationships that will inspire me. I need some relationships that I can learn from and grow from mentally and emotionally and spiritually and financially. Where I am right now, this is no circle of power. This is a cage. What if when it got hard, instead of stopping and quitting, you grit your teeth, you put your head down, and you kept on going? If you want the rest of the year to be the best of your year, then you are going to have to take 30 days and disappear. Shock the world. My best words is dedication and hard work. To achieve this kind of things, you need to work hard. And you know, we all have talent, but talent without the work, it's nothing. But I think my main strength, it's my mind. Is it possible as a human being to change your destination 5 years from now? And the answer is yes. See, that is so extraordinary. No other life form can do that. Pick a different destination in 5 years and start making plans and learn the skills and accept the disciplines and the teaching and the training and the consistency of effort, and just start going in a new direction, and in 5 years from now wind up at a totally different place than where it was assumed you were going to arrive with the old plans. Only human beings have this extraordinary ability to change the outcome, to pick a new direction and go that way, to pick a more certain place, to go and read the books and attend the classes and develop the disciplines and find the people and do the business that takes you to that new destination. At some point in life, you have to tell yourself enough is enough. And listen to me, you deserve better. Who and what has your attention? Because where focus goes, energy flows. The problem is you put too much energy into Netflix. You put too much energy into distractions. You put too much energy into entertainment. You put too much energy into things that are not feeding your purpose and destiny. Can you walk away from everything? Imagine who you could be in 30 days. There's no shortcut, no hack. There is no other way around it. If success is what you're chasing in this life, real legacy level success, you must unapologetically be obsessed with the process. So what you have to decide is, are you going to keep being the 99%, or you ready to be a part of the 1%? Because it doesn't make a difference where you come from, high school dropout. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, GED. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, sleeping in abandoned buildings. It doesn't make a difference where you come from. You know what makes a difference? What makes a difference is when you become a 99% or a 1%. It's on you and it's on me. Who are you? Yes, who are you? Where are you going? I want you to think about that. And wherever you're going, I want you to see it in your mind's eye. Complete it. See it. See it. Where are you in your life? When you look in the mirror, do you see the person you thought you would be at this point in your life? This life that you're seeking, it's uncommon, it's different, and sometimes it's lonely. They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and one of the things they all had in common was a Routine. They are obsessed with their routine. They don't have a gap of wasted time they would take. I realized the reason why I'm so successful and the reason why I don't get in trouble like I used to when I was younger is because when I was younger, man, my schedule had so many gaps in it. The devil had okay, he might pray at 6 o'clock, but my man is watching playing video games by 8:30. It's not that I'm sweeter than nobody. The devil can't get to me cause all my time is taken up. Alright, let's be honest. How many of y'all get up and you just get your day started? You don't have it written down. You don't have a strategy. You don't have a real plan. You kind of just get up and say, I'm about to tackle today. Raise your hand for me. Raise your hand. We going to stop. No more of that. Like you don't go to war without a plan. I need you to be strategic. I hear, little kid, I want to go to the NBA. Not like that. You just running up and down the court. Not like that. You're not going no strategy. I want to go to the NFL. You ain't even in school. Nope, you're not going to the NFL. I want to make millions. You're not even doing what millionaires do. And if those of you messed up. Why? Because you don't understand. Think, act, eat, rest. We talking about a schedule. I realize that my strength is in my routine. Why? Because I'm not as strong as I thought I was. I'm not as intelligent as I thought I was. I don't want it as bad as I thought I wanted it. It's in my routine. It's what I do every day repeatedly. Discipline is found in our daily routine, our daily rituals. You may use discipline on occasion, but you're not disciplined. And there's a difference between having discipline and being disciplined. When you have discipline, you're selective. When you have discipline, you're conditional. It depends on how you feel. When you are disciplined, how you do anything is how you do everything. And everything you do, you show up at. Hey, 000%. Music. The DNA of your success is in your routine. You're not as deep as you think you are. You got to find a routine. I'm getting up at 3 and stick with it. I'm getting up at 5 and stick with it. Yeah, out of 365 days, you going to have a bad day or two. But I'm trying to tell you that the strength is in the routine. Find a routine and stick with it. A wise man once said, conquer yourself. This is wrapped up in dedication. We have to get dedicated. Conquer yourself. Once you've unlocked those daily routines, those daily rituals that you stay committed to, the game's going to change. The only way you're going to get dedicated is if you eliminate all distractions. Can you disappear for just 30 days? And you got to be so dedicated that every distraction gets blocked out. You got to learn how to turn your phone off. Turn the technology off when the speech is over, when the moment is done. You got to learn how to eliminate all distractions. We go through life looking at life at such a surface level. But if I ask you, are you living your life today at the full capacity that you think you should live? Are you really happy? Are you really fulfilled? So I wake up early in the morning. I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why 4 o'clock in the morning is because, man, it's a struggle waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not, it's not easy, and I still want to be challenged. So it's always climbing that hill, climbing that mountain every day. Step by step, we climb the mountain to the top every day. I throw my body in, go plunge right off the bat within the first 10 minutes when I wake up. Imagine how foggy your brain is when you're waking up. You got to boot up that brain. And that's what Tony Robbins talked about, was your brain is a computer. You got to boot it up. How do you boot up the brain? So the first thing I do is I'm going to change your physiology. I'm going to wake up that brain. Once I wake up the brain, I go and I sit in nature. You want to sit in nature because you want to ground yourself. There's a frequency to nature, especially in the morning. There's a frequency in the morning. So why we hitting meditation early in the morning is because there's a different frequency in the morning. There's a different energy in the morning. So you're able to ground yourself a lot easier in the morning. And also your brain, once you boot it up, it's just coming out of the sleep mode, right? So in the morning our brain waves go slower. So you're able to drop deeper in meditation, music. Successful people have mastered the art of spending time alone. They understand the power in the leverage points, when I get time with myself, and I get in my head and I get in my heart and I understand my behaviors and my belief systems and my parameters and what I need to do and how I need to sow, and where I need to send my energy and how I need to execute in the day. They understand it's a superpower when you spend the time alone and you can think, and you can pray and you can meditate, and everybody's not in your mix. You're able to grow something that could leave a legacy and impact the lives of millions of people. It's the millionaires and billionaires and six-figure earners, innovators, trailblazers. These are the people that have spent time alone thinking about what it is they've been called to do and how they're going to execute. They moved in silence. They thought alone. They prayed alone just for a moment, just for a season. There is an unfair advantage when I can get along with myself and I can talk to myself in the mirror and tell myself, self, you got stuff to do. Self, you have things to become, and so I've got to lay this framework, this foundation I've got to get very clear on. My idea, oftentimes people will say, don't just sit there, do something, get out there and change the world. Don't just do something, sit there and think, get alone with yourself, get alone with your thoughts. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where are you losing? Where are you winning? Who do I need to become to accomplish what it is I've been destined to do? One of the most underrated superpowers on earth is moving in silence. My team is coming, but it starts with me. Disappear. Come back and shock the world.